It's Tuesday, November 13th. Getting ready for another episode today in the Bad Blade series. So, we'll go ahead and get started and we'll start discussing what we're going to be using. So, first of all, for the soap today, it's another fun one that I enjoy. I purchased these when they were first released, so I don't have the new containers or the tubs that you could add on after the fact. So what I did is I cut the labels off and put them in my own containers. So I am using the Fine Lavender. Got a blooming, like I said, just put it in a puck. So, not a puck, I put it in a container. So I'll go ahead and rub some of this into the face. I like the Fine soaps. Just fine, pun intended. They're really good, actually. I really enjoy them. I haven't used the lavender in a while. No real reason, I just don't reach for it as often. It's probably my least favorite scent that they offer. I'm going to use the Fine Stout brush. I'll also, so go ahead and get this going here, load it up. It's a firmer soap. What I've noticed is because I've used them, some of them back to back, for a few days, is once you start using them, they soften up pretty well. It retains a lot of water, and then you can smush it into a container that you like or something to that effect. So, but I also know a lot of guys that purchase them beforehand. All they do is they just keep it in that container, in that box, and they just take it out, use it as a shave stick, and put it away. So that's clearly an option too. So let me, since I don't use this one that often, it's just the puck stuck at the bottom. But if I were to use this a couple days in a row, I could smush it out and create more surface area on the bottom of the container. I just haven't. You probably won't. I mean, this is right here, because I don't use the lavender as often. This is seriously a soap that could probably last me literally forever. Wouldn't surprise me. Okay. Oh boy. I got this lather nice and wet, which is good. All right. Let's see here. A little lather on the face. So the razor blade that's being used today doesn't have a mark on the wrapper, so I'm not going to lift it up and show it to you guys. I'll show it to you when I open it up. It's called Graham Field. I did some research yesterday, and here's what I know about this blade. Its primary intention is for the medical field. So with that being said, think about it. This is used to prep people for surgery, something to that effect. So it's not intended to, shave the face, let alone for like 3 or 4 uses. This blade is designed to be popped out, loaded up, used on one patient. Like, let's say it's a male and he's getting ready to have some heart surgery. They could clear an area of the chest or something to that effect. So that's the major intention of this blade. It is for the medical field. What I've found is that they are made in the USA. There are theories that means that they're made by Persona, which is possible. Persona does also offer a med prep blade. And what people were talking about is that it's because of these arrows that people believe that it's a med prep. I don't know if that's true or if it's not true, but it's something I guess that you can consider. I didn't like the Persona med preps. I thought they were too, I don't know. I don't remember, but I remember not liking them. I'm not a big fan of Persona, period. I bought a 100-pack of the blues, and I get decent shaves, but I only get like 2 or 3 shaves out of them. So we'll load this into my Timeless. Using the Timeless again. There is no other markings on here aside from it saying made in USA. So I'm glad that research proved correct. I would have hated to pull it out and it says made in Canada, and I'm like, oops. So my research so far has been correct. What I found about pricing is that it's very difficult to find. But if you look on a medical supply site, that was the best place that I found. You get 250 of them for $50.99. Now, most of us wet shavers, we buy 100 blades at a time. So if you do break that down, then you're at 100 blades is $20.40. Okay, a little bit easier to handle if you think about it that way. Each blade costs 20 cents. Still a little high in my opinion. There are blades that we can get that lower on. So, there are horror stories about this blade. People stopping right away, people not even doing like just a whoop and then they're done. They toss it. If that does happen, as I mentioned, I do have my Schick injector loaded with a blade. So we will finish the shave if we have to. But let's see how this goes. Apparently KJ, upon my research, I found out that man did 65 shaves on one of these. So either his blonde hair is thinner or something, I don't know. But from what I read is that makes him superhuman. So, all right. I'm nervous about this, but let's get at it. We got to get going. So, oh. Okay. What was that first blade I used? Not the Lavender. What was it? I put them in this. What was it? Can't remember. This is not a good blade. It is so rough. Oh my God. It's like I've never experienced. This is reminding me of using one of my Gillette Fusion cartridges on its like 20th use and it's pulling. But I have nothing else, so I gotta just suffer through it because I gotta go to work shaving today. That's what it reminds me of. Ow. It's removing hair, I can see that. But okay. Oh, I'm nervous about the chin. Okay, Jay, I'm not sure why you sent me 2 of these torture devices. There's no way I'm using that second blade ever. Alright, I'm going to pause, rinse. Well, I guess I'll see how it feels on my face as I'm rinsing, and we'll be back for pass 2. Alright, so the fact that I didn't cut myself, I will do the second pass against the grain. Because let's remember the theory of this series, that I can get a decent shave with any blade. Now, we didn't talk about how comfortable it would be. We didn't talk about how close it would be. That's not the premise of this series, right? So, add a little bit more water just to up the slickness on this. I almost ruined the lather with how much water I'm adding, but I want it slick. The theory is, right, I can get a decent shave with any blade. That's my claim. KJ, this blade is putting up the best fight. Whew, I don't want to do this. I didn't do a lot of searching on YouTube, but I wonder if I'm the only person to ever shave with one of these on camera. Let me rephrase that. I did zero searching on YouTube. Oh, God. Ugh. I'll tell you this right now, I'm not doing the half pass. My Lord, it is so uncomfortable. It's like as it's moving across your face, it's pulling one hair, and then it gets to the next one, and then it plucks out the one behind it. Oh my goodness. If you are shaving with these on a daily basis, stop. I don't care how good of a shave you think you're getting. If you bought derbies, it's an upgrade. Like whatever the worst blade is, this is like 20 degrees below that. This is the worst blade I've ever used. Okay. I'll be right back. Okay, so I've cleaned up, put some witch hazel on. That relieved some, it toned down the redness. I got a little tiny nick right here. My face is not overly close. I mean, as shocking as it may seem, I'm DFS on the cheeks. I don't know, I guess you could call it okay on the neck. I don't know. I'm presentable. Let's put it that way, but it was the most uncomfortable way to get there. Like, I think I would rather use a cartridge razor over that DE blade again. Honestly, I do. That's where I'm at. So, I'm going to stick to it. Tomorrow I will use this blade again, but I'll tell you right now, it's not graduating to the Parker variant. I am dreading tomorrow's shave. Probably won't record tomorrow's. The next recording will be on Thursday when I introduce the carve razor and visit that for a little bit. So if you want a follow-up to how this blade went tomorrow, please check out www.theshavingcadre.com. If you go to the DE section of this forum, there's a series in there titled just like the YouTube series, Chad Uses Bad Blades. You'll be able to see written content out about how tomorrow's shave goes with this blade. This exact one. I'm not opening up the other new one, using this one because I'm wondering if maybe it will perform a little bit better tomorrow. I mean, the bar is pretty dang low, so it doesn't have, I mean, who knows what, but it might. So we'll finish with the fine lavender aftershave. As you can tell, I don't use it very often, but I do use it. It's past the shoulder at least. It's a nice scent. I can't remember what it's modeled after. I think it's a C. Oxford or something like that. Cologne. It's nice. It's just not 100% me. Ow. Okay, that hurts. I got more razor burn on my neck than I realized. Ooh. Okay. That's the shave, guys. KJ, you tortured me. Like I messaged you, I was wondering if maybe you hate me, but you pointed out that I asked for it, and I did, so I asked for it. But I got the shave. The technique is there that I was still able to get a decent shave. If I did this 6 months into my journey or something like that, or when I was brand new, my face would be it'd be beat up bad. So that is somewhat promising and still proves my point, but this is the worst blade I've ever used. By far. Now, I've got a whole bunch of others up in here, of other bad blades that people have sent me and that I've pulled out, so we'll see how they go. Let me say this too on camera for anybody that might run across this. If you know anything about this blade, please send it to me. I can't find anything. Super Home X. Can't find a thing. Well, that's a lie. The only thing I found is that they're made in Vietnam. Can't find anything else. Okay, that's the shave. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you aren't a member of the cadre, join us at www.theshavingcadre.com, and I will see you guys on the pages. Have a good one, guys. Bye.